Aimee, I just wanted to kind of start by chatting about Cariuma. And I know it's a very busy market with lots of different brands like wanting athletes to rep their shoes, but do you think there is like a chance now with them finally coming to Australia for the next generation of maybe like skateboarders getting to wear them?
100%. If you tuned into the Olympics, you would have seen that a lot of the skaters in the Olympics were wearing Cariuma, and I go to the skate park and I see just young kids wearing Cariumas. Like, it is the next generation that are wearing these shoes. And it's really, really awesome to see. And having it accessible in Australia now is going to be so rad, because everyone's going to be able to finally buy Cariumas, and we're going to be finally seeing them everywhere in public, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's great that we're seeing more of them wearing them. And you mentioned the Olympics, and I did want to talk a bit about that as you were like a judge over these games. Like when you've got someone like one of the Aussies, like I'm not sure if you do park or street, but like Arissa or Chloe, like do you tend to be a bit biased, or are you pretty good at hiding it?
Well, that's the thing. You can, as a judge, you're not allowed to be biased at all. Like, you have to. Everyone is basically like a pawn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, everyone's just a skateboarder. They're somebody on a skateboard, and you're judging them accordingly to how they're skating. I wish I could give them extra points, but unfortunately, I would lose my job. But it's so rad to see Arissa and Chloe, like all these young females that started skating and looking up to me as a skater when they were young girls. So seeing them in the Olympics made me really emotional. I actually had a little bit of a cry just before the Olympics started, because just to see, these young women and how far they've come made me have happy tears.
Yeah.
So it's really, really cool, and the future for female skateboarding is so bright, and I can't wait to see what's next.
And like, what is that experience like, I guess? Because I imagine that you've been doing like judging like quite a bit, and like getting to do it when like history's been made at these games. Like, how incredible has that been?
Yeah, it's been such an experience. Like, just being in Paris judging, I was like pinching myself. I was like, I'm going to wake up soon. Like, this is all a dream, I'm going to wake up and it's all going to be over. But it was definitely real. I definitely experienced it, and it was, I want to do it all over again. I can't wait. Hopefully I get to judge LA. If not, hopefully I'm coaching this Aussie team. We never know. We'll see what the future holds.
Either would be amazing. LA's going to be so exciting. But kind of what you were chatting about, like, I guess you've inspired some of these girls, but like you said, you had to teach yourself how to skate, watching the men like on TV before, and now we see these young girls and they can look up to like role models like you. Like, what do you think that'll make like a really just big difference, this next generation coming through, where they'll actually have female role models that they can look up to?
Yeah, the next generation is going to be insane, I can tell you right now, because these young women have, and they're not even older women to look up to, they're still teenagers.
Yeah.
So it's just having that is going to help so much, because I didn't have that. I didn't have older women to look up to. It was like me and maybe 2 or 3 other women that were all on the same level. Arissa and Chloe are showing all these women that you can absolutely smash it, and they're going to be just as good as the guys very soon. Like, I can see it happening just around the corner. So the future's looking very bright.
I mean, they're already doing things some of the men can't do, I guess. That's really cool.
100%. Arissa's doing stuff that the men can't do. It's insane.
900's crazy. I couldn't believe it when I heard that she'd done that. But like, why do you think it is? Because you started skating when you were 12, but what do you think it is about like having skateboarders like 14-year-olds and like even like 9-year-olds? Like, why do you think they're able to be so young and so good?
I think being lower to the ground helps, definitely, especially for spinning. So Arissa doing the 900, she's pretty small, so being that small is going to help you spin and land your tricks easier. But when you're younger, you have no fear. You've got nothing to lose. Once you get a little bit older and you come into your body as a woman, things break way easier. Coming from me, I've definitely broken a lot of bones. I've dislocated knees, and it's all happened when I was a little bit older. I think when you become a woman, you get bigger hips, and it's easier to hurt your knees and ankles. So a lot of women are getting injuries in their later years. So kids, it's going to be that they're not really hurt. They're kind of more limber.
Yeah.
So things can kind of, you can slam, but it might not break. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like these younger kids are just absolutely smashing it. You don't see anyone on the podium over the age of 18
I know,
anymore.
right?
And it's, I mean, in the men you do, in the women you don't. So the kids are taking over.
It is pretty crazy that like 14 is considered almost like the peak of your career.
It is. It's crazy. And you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of gymnastics.
Yeah.
You know, gymnasts are giving up at the age, well, they're not giving up. They're retiring at the age of 22. And to say, oh, I'm retired, you know, at 22, right? It's crazy. And it's the same in skateboarding.
Unless you're like Simone Biles, it's like, yeah, it is pretty hard.
Oh yeah, and look at her; she's really short and lower to the ground. So that's maybe the way.
That makes a lot of sense. If you are lower, you'd be a bit less scared. I know the first time I went on a skateboard, I was so scared. I was very like just tense, but it's good that those girls can do that. But and just last, like, I guess we've still got quite a long way to go, like maybe in terms of quality. But I feel like it's changed like so much just recently. Like, why do you think it has been able to change this, even in these past couple of years, for equality with women and men in skateboarding?
I think people are finally seeing women the way that they should have always seen them, like that. They're giving them the encouragement to do, like, it's hard to explain. So basically, like, if you encourage a woman and say you can do this, what do you think is going to happen? They're going to actually excel. If you tell them that they can't do that, that's all they've ever been told their whole life. And changing that narrative is why all these women are doing so well, because they're being told that you can do it. Like when my parents told me that I can do it, that's what drove me to do it. And the people the haters that told me, no, you can't do it, that drove me as well, because I wanted to prove to them that I can do it. And just women need empowerment. They need courage. They need those kind of words to make them go even further. And I'm here to help them. Like, I'm here to encourage them. I want them to go as far as they can, and just to change the gender norm.
Yeah, it's good that we're finally getting more encouragement. But thanks so much, Aimee, for that chat. It was really great to just chat with you.
Thank you for having me on.